Alright, so I have two Tandy TRS-80 2000s. Two of them. It's technically not a TRS-80. And the two I have, this is one of them. Each one is stuck at memory boot. So I was told that's one of the memories probably on the rail. Second rail, I think they said, is probably got the issue. So we're going to tear one of these apart is what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do for a little bit. So let's look at it. It's pretty cool. I believe these are 286s in these. Oh no, I'm sorry. These are 186. This is a 186 in here, I think. But in order to get to the motherboard, I have to tear this all down. The problem with that is usually once I tear something down, it never goes back together. That's usually my problem. But we'll see what happens. Let's play around with it for a little bit. Let's find a point of the motherboard's way in there, and there's no way to get to it unless. So each one, I have video. I had to get a special monitor. The Tandy CM1 is the only one that'll run this. At least one of the only ones, because it's a 25 hertz or something. So I had to find a CM1, which I did. And then I got it to show video, which I did. But it starts to boot and then it stops at the memory clock up thing. So what I was told is it's the rail. But maybe there'd be an easy way to get in there, but I just don't even see it. So we'll have to get busy. You got to use the screws. You got to use the wrench. It's just easier than trying to use the flathead. Flathead is useless. I got, again, two exact ones of these. And they both do the same exact thing. They only go up to a certain amount of memory on the screen and it stops. No beeps, nothing. I'd like to keep one of these, but the odds are not too good that I will. Again, usually once I tear stuff down, I'll sell those parts. So this works otherwise. Although I didn't test any of the drives because it never booted to the drive or anything. So I don't know anything about the drives. Whoa. There's a power supply in there, a little extra. It's massive. Power supply in there. This is the first time I actually gone inside one of these, so it's pretty cool. Tearing things down is just as much fun. So that gets me to here. Of course, there'll be a lot of Ziploc bags involved. There always is. About the bottom, I think, from the bottom. Let me see something here. Hold on a second. Hold your horses. That service tag is on the bottom. Maybe I can go through the bottom. Oh, I didn't even think about that until right now. So, this says service tag here. So maybe I can service it right from there. I wonder. I'm thinking I might be lucky with that. That would be awesome if I could get right to the... That would make life easier before I started tearing it all apart. Let's see what's under this hood here. It's got a nut on the end of that. It was a nut. I just filled it right here. I'm gonna lose it if I don't get it. There's a bolt and a nut. And a washer, it looks like. No, just a bolt and a nut here. My goal is definitely I will tear completely one down. And then the second one, maybe we'll keep it. I always said I was going to be a collector, but it just never happened. Can't afford to be a collector. Alright, so let's do this other one here. So this has got the same kind of nut to it. Let's see what's under the hood. Oh, I also need to make a cable, because see, there's the these are the adapters, the cards. One's a video, one's I have an original video, a couple of them actually, and memory. But there's also a monochrome adapter. And I never did find the right monitor for this here. But I got some pins and stuff to make one. Somewhere around. Make my own adapter. But for right now, let's just play around with this for a little bit. Let's see what's underneath here. It's definitely a service tag, so that means maybe I can service it. What I need to do is get the rail out. The chips that are on the rail. I have a chip tester too. Never really used it. Don't even know how to use it. Maybe we can. Sometimes you just unseat chips and the DRAM, just whatever it's called, the RAM chip there. Let's see what's under here. See, it's definitely a service tag. So we just voided the warranty from 40 years ago. Now voided. Let's see what happens. Let's see what this would be too easy. I know it would be too easy to do it this way. Let's see what happens. As these screws are locking into it, this right here. I think those screws are locking into it. Come on. Before I tear it, well, I am going to tear one all apart anyway. I'm just curious what these little screws are here. There's 1, 2 right here. Right there. Let's see if we can get those butters off. Oh, I invested in another TRS-80 Model 4P. So when that comes in, I got some extra stuff I can use. It says it doesn't work, but we'll find out. The screws are weird. Can't really see them. Just have to have the right screwdriver. This is better. There's more holes here and here, but there's only 2 screws. Not sure why that is. I think it's coming off. Yeah, it's coming off. I don't want to strip these screws. They still look like they're stripping very easily. Yeah, if I don't do it right, I'm going to strip them. The screws are not the best screws in the world. It's a long screw too. weird screw. That's weird. It doesn't come off. I think these screws are what's holding it on. I wonder why there's only two and not the other one. Oh, for this one. If I strip it, I'm gonna lose it. No, I'll have to drill it out. I don't want to do that. I got it. Whew. Barely, but I got it. It's a giant. I had one, and then I never had the right monitor. I bought a monitor, Raspberry Pi thing, but it still didn't work. So then I had my last option was to find a CM-1 Tandy monitor. And the only way I could do that is I had to get a computer with it. But the computer that came with it was really fun too. So it's a 1200 HD. So all worked out. And it all made safely here. I won't ship monitors. I got monitors I want to sell, but I won't ship them. I've bought them and they've all survived getting here, but I won't ship them. Depending on what these old things, certain monitors only work. It's a real pain. Alright, so what does that do? What did that just do for me? What did that just do? Oh, it did a lot. Ooh, actually did a whole bunch of stuff. So that's freaking awesome. I just saved my buns. Oh, okay, that's cool. Alright, so the service set, that was that easy. It's a 186 in this. I didn't even know there was a 186. Alright, so this is going to be, well, not as easy as, I don't know if this is. Awesome. Just happened to think about that at the last minute. Hey, wait a minute. Maybe I can just take from the bottom. And yes, we can. Yay. So we're having a RAM problem. It's not what I thought I'd see inside. So that's kind of a bummer. This says boot 448. Boot 103 UR. Something was done here. It looks like U47, U48, 186. I believe that's what that is. Which is pretty awesome. So I'm trying to think. This had to come off either way. I'm still going to pull one apart. So bad news for me is I don't see chips for the RAM that I can remove unless they're under here. Or what this board is. Is this the RAM board here? Oh, you know what I do? I have one of these boards. That's where it goes. I bought a RAM extender board and it has the pins. I never knew what it was for. It's for here. Huh. So there's RAM expansion for the back slots there. But there's also RAM expansion here. If I'm right, these two are RAM expansions. But I don't know where the problem is. So I'm going to assume I would have to take these off. Although I'm not seeing how they come off. Oh. Yep, I guess they do. So this is actually really interesting. This should just come out. Yeah, it does. So if I could pull these off, which I am, and I do have one more of these. And now I know where they go. I bought it, and then when I got it, I'm like, where does it go? Now I know. But there's two of them. Why is there two? So maybe one of these is the problem. Not sure yet. Same deal. This one should just come out. Yeah, it does. So no, wait, no, this is different. This is different. It's this. So it's just one side. This is different. What is this? It's pinned on to that. I still think this comes off too. This pulls off. There's a connector underneath like this. Like this here. Alright, so what we can do is a few things. Both of them have two of these and they both have the same issue. But I'm going to tear this. We're going to completely tear that one down anyway. At least I know what it looks like now. Yeah. Something might have been done in here too with this. It says boot 103. Can't. It looks like BOOT 103448. Boot 103. So it has something to do with the U47 and U48. 1983. And again, I believe this is a 186. So I can almost test this off. So what I'm going to do later. Put everything back on, but not in the case. Cases sell lots of times. The inner parts of a case sell all the time. So I learned a few things already. I have another one of these. I know I do. I could never figure out where it went, so does that other one work that I have? I don't know. Does this one work? I don't know. It's always something about these things here. That are the problem. These things right here. Alright, cool. Alright, so now so this has to come off first no matter what. Now I know. Sweet. And those screws are also holding it. These screws right here. Remember the weird screws I talked about? Those are going through. Oh, they were holding in. These screws right here are screwed to the bottom right there. That's where those go. That's why they're so long. Alright, so we got a motherboard out. Reels. Alright, so let's get down to business here now. We're definitely going to pull this one apart. Alright. Let's see what else is going on. So that comes off as one piece. Power supply works. We know everything on this worked except it booting. Let's see what my next attack is here. Yeah, I have another Model 4P coming in, and I have some upgraded motherboard that I decided to sell the 4P I had in parts. But I didn't sell the motherboard yet, so now I'm gonna wait until that comes in and maybe upgrade that one. That's not gonna work. All kinds of things going on here. I think I need to get this front panel off first, but even that's gonna be a pain. Those sell fast, these front panels. If I can get it off. Hold on. I have to move you over a little bit more this way so I can get my body in here. Yeah, the screw just go. That's a screw. That's a screw. Yeah, again, I don't need 2 of these, so one is definitely going to get... And I should be able to just test it. I'll swap parts around with the other one. Pull the other bottom motherboard out. And then I can set this up. Not in the frame and all that. Out of the frame and everything. And then see if I can get a board to work. That's how I roll, usually. I don't know electronics, so I don't know how to get into that. But I have 2 of them, so... They both have the same issue. I'm thinking it might be this. But I wonder if it'll boot without this. Is this extra, or does this have to be on there? But I have another one. I never knew what it was for until now. So we see one here. One here. The good thing is if I get one motherboard working, I don't have to completely tear down 2 of them at all. Which is pretty awesome. Just one. Oh, there's another one right there. Right here. Get this front panel off. I think we'll be in business. Yeah, I think so. Been meaning to get it back to these. So I think we'll be in business if I can get these 2 off. Ooh, yes, we are in business. These are the good things right here. These front panels. It's got a little tray to it. So let's put that aside. I'm missing a screw. Where'd the other screw go? No, it's not there. Crap, I lost it. It's right there. There's 2 screws that should come out. Oh, there's the other one. I think that's the other one. Let's see if we can get you better. Now we'll just pick at it. Pick it apart. Pretty fun. Now I can get to the screw better. Couldn't get to this before. Front panel had to come off. The hardest stuff like this, you have to figure out the way to get it apart. There's a screw over there, I see it. So it's a mixture of Phillips and the nuts. Well, there is flatheads, but that ain't gonna work. Let's keep picking away here. That's gotta come off. Not quite yet. This drive should just pull out now, I think. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. That's what we wanted to do right there. 1, 2. And the cable. Yeah, no, so these drives are untested as well. But I got the video. See, this is the thing I got. A modernized thing, but it didn't help me out. I got this. Bought it online. RGB to HDMI. I still couldn't get the. It still was flickering. I thought this would solve my problem. so I could at least see the screen, but I couldn't. So this was just kind of pricey, this thing. Didn't quite help me out. Unless I had a setting wrong or something. I don't know. Raspberry Pi here. You plug that in there and then you go out HDMI. But I couldn't get it to do it, so I had to go out and get that monitor. I mean, I didn't have to, but it's the only way I could get any further. Alright, so we're going to pull this, but we're still going to pull everything off of this. Let's do that first. And we'll come back to this. We're getting somewhere here now. Let's keep plugging away here. My early morning project. You want me as your seller? Because I already got all my orders out to the main post office this morning. So if you ordered overnight, it's already in the... It's already gone. Again. I'll pull all these. Let's see what drives are in these. So my assumption, everything should work, but I don't know. I know the power supply works. The video works. So that means that riser board there works. That's as far as I've gotten with it. So I'll set it up so that I can test it off. Drives anyway. Disk drives are fascinating. And even more fascinating is these old disk drives with all the working parts in them. It's pretty wild. I don't see a model on it. It's like TEAC or something usually. One of those. There's only 2 screws on this side. So first you have to get, so the front panel has to come off first. And then everything else kind of falls out after. Let's get these off first. These should just come out now. Yeah, that should. So these are Mitsubishi Mini Flex Drive. So that's what these are. And again, at this point, I would assume that they should work, but I won't know. But I can easily test them once I get one working system. Hard drive caddies. I've sold lots of these off of these things, so that's another good thing. Front panels, hard drive caddy. I just sold a metal piece, inside metal piece for a my other 4P that I tore down. Okay. Alright. We're just chopping away here now. A bit at a time. Let's bring this back over here. It's a cable. Let's move these drives over there for now. It's pretty massive. Oh, you know what I do have? I have a, it's really cool. It's probably the coolest thing I got. I don't know. There is an 8-inch floppy drive. I have a TRS-80 8-inch floppy drive system. It's pretty awesome. So I never knew there was an 8-inch floppy. There is. I don't even know where I put them. Oh, they're right here. Just so you can see what I'm talking about. This is an 8-inch floppy. Look how massive that is. You should see the drive that these things go in. It's pretty wild. That works too, but I don't know if the drive works. 8-inch. I had to go out and find these. It's a Model 2, but it's a Model 2 that doesn't have a motherboard in it. It only has risers in the back that make up a motherboard. Pretty wild. I haven't done a new video with that. My old videos had it on it. I started a new channel, so I don't think I have that one yet. We'll bring it out. It's massive. The drive, though, is just a monster. It's pretty wild. Alright. So we're going there. Okay, we know the power supply works. So I mean, pretty easy to take apart. Not too bad at all. Once I got past the front panel. It's not screw on the other side. Let's get this off. I lost my ratchet set, so I had to get another one, but now I found it outside. I like this one. Come off without that. Oh, I can't get that in there. Got me right there. Can't get the screw. Oh yeah, I get to it. Almost had it. There it is. I got it. That's what I was hoping would happen. This would come off. Because what we want is to get that riser out of there. Because then we can build it on the outside as a tester between the two. Somehow, I'll figure it out. It's holding this riser on there. The screws are holding it. These screws here, 2, 4. We know this works. Trying to see how I'm going to do this, because I really need to keep this on like this when I do that. I undid that screw, but we'll leave that off for now. Because what I want to do is set it up. Don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but alright, so let's finish picking this thing apart. This just come off now. Yep, so I thought it should just come out. I really don't want to take that out. I can only get zapped. So later on, we're going to try to, not today, but we'll set it up so I can somehow test it. I don't know if I can get it. So this will be the bottom piece. It's a speaker. Pretty awesome. I don't know how I can do this, so I could test it this way. Should be able to, though. I'm gonna do it now. Let's see how I can set this up. So the power and all that would have to go back on there, which is this one. I'm not doing it now, but this plugs into there. This plugs into there. But I need to get the riser on there. How could I do that? That's the back, right? So it would go like this. Yeah, I should be able to do it. Right? I think I have to turn the wires this way though. I need this one. No, not these. That's the disk drive. So I need that, and then I need this other one over here. So I'll have to do it this way. Yeah. So these would be for the floppy. So we're not really worried about those right now. So I need the main motherboard one. This one here is another one. Connection right there. Ground. I can hit it with some ground action. And then I can put the riser back on. I'm going to put the screw back on this so it doesn't flop around. I put the riser on here and then I can test it, right? Power switch is where? Oh, the power switch is on here. Right, that's power. And then video is on the riser. So so what I would do is move all this down, pull out my CM1 monitor, and retest this. And again, as of right now, last testing, so this would go like this. I'm gonna put the screw back on this. That would go there, there, and then I can put the riser. I have the card, the video card, but I do want to test this output here, but it's round, so I have to make one on it. I bought some stuff to do it, but I haven't done it yet. So this would go back on here like this, right, just like that. Right, so that gets me set up. Power, video will be the card that goes in here, but I need to put that screw back on. I don't want this to flop around. Let's get that screw back on there. Some more support, because I have to slide those cards in. I'll show you the cards. They're wide. And they're only for these. I've got 3 video cards and a box. And I think I have 1 RAM. But I've never been able to fully test any of it. The video cards I think work though. Pretty confident of that. And at the end of the day, these all do the same thing, so it's not anything too special, but it's pretty fun. Just curious what those two are. If that's where the problem is right there. But what I'll do is, not today, but I'll pop the bottom of the other one, take the other one off the bottom, and we'll just play with this one. And see what we can figure out. So I have to figure out whether I need that extra RAM here. This rail that's required, and if that's the problem. This one does come off too, but it's like you put that one on and then this one goes to that one. So that's where we're at. I'm going to leave it right there. I think that's about it. So that's where I'm at now. Pretty cool. Sometime next week I'll do some more with it. So I don't lose stuff here. This drive's here. 2. It's the screws here. 2 disk drives. So that's the inside of a Radio Shack TRS-80 model 2000. That's what this is. And then this is the caddy for the drive. And finally, this is the front panel, which is in good shape, but it's just darkened. See it? Even these logos are worth a little bit. That's glued in there. This comes off though. My motto is, if it comes off, I'll sell it separate. Because people always need different things. Like this right here. Somebody probably needs that. That's on there by something. So that's all the inside.